Hey guys, welcome back to DC Extra. My name is Chris, and today we're going to be taking a look at episode 6 of Naomi. As always, before we get into the video, make sure you've seen the episode because there's going to be some major spoilers ahead. As the previous episodes have done, this one starts off with a recap. And if you do want to know what happens in the previous episodes, I would recommend going to watch my previous videos, or better yet, go watch the actual episodes. Anyway, getting into all the new stuff for this episode, we start off with Naomi skateboarding and with her parents watching. But we also see Zumbado at the skate park watching Naomi and her parents from a while away. Naomi's parents seem to know of Zumbado and want her to stay away from him. Going back to school, we learn about a fundraising competition where Nathan and Anthony have each a different fundraising agenda in mind, and that we'll get more into later on. Naomi tells Annabelle that she wants to know more about her past and where she came from, but the only person that knows that is Zumbado, and they want to go question him, or at least go find something that might lead them to more answers. We see Naomi training with Dee, but Dee leaves early to go find out more about Cruella, after finding out some information about her in the previous episode. Nathan ends up walking in on Dee and Naomi training. It's a very awkward and tense conversation between them. Let me just tell you that. Naomi and Annabelle then go to the mill from a few episodes ago, and they find no markings on the wall unlike last time. Naomi ends up touching the wall and discovers a new power, which turns out to be X-ray vision. With this newfound power, she finds a secret door, and they go through it, and they find a spaceship on the floor. This is presumed to be hers, but she still has a few questions as to how she got out of the spaceship and onto the rock when she was a baby. Annabelle is also worried about Naomi going to seek help from someone, risking her secret in doing so. Anthony and Nathan get into a fight over being from the town as opposed to being from the army, but I can't help to think that this is actually about Naomi. Dee goes to what appears to be an alien bar full of people with powers, and some powers that we actually get to see are telepathy and ice touch. Dee meets up with his friend from a few episodes, who I believe is called Adam Blake, and they talk about Cruella. Dee mentions how him and Cruella were supposed to move to Port Oswego together, but she never ended up showing. Next, we see Naomi go to Star Labs, where she meets a woman named Dr. Bell. There she asks Dr. Bell to analyze the piece of the ship. The doctor seems to know that Naomi is not from Earth, and Naomi starts freaking out. The woman also points out that she has some mutual friends with Superman, kind of gaining Naomi's trust. She then plays a sound that seems to help Naomi control her powers, but after a while it ends up hurting her. Naomi gives her a fragment of the ship that she found earlier in the mill, and asks her to help her find Earth 29. Nathan and Anthony are in detention from their fight before, where they keep fighting. Guess I haven't learned their lesson there. Nathan realizes that Anthony's troubles are because Nathan and Naomi are dating, and he believes that Nathan is not good enough for her. Nathan reminds Anthony about his first day at school and how Anthony ditched him. And then Anthony kind of makes a comeback saying how Nathan gave him the wrong address to his party, and we saw that in episode 1. After Anthony believes Nathan that he didn't destroy his float, they plan to go out to find out who did. Dee and his friend go to talk to someone named Mr. Lux, trying to get some information about Cruella. Dee notices a ring around his neck, and it is a match to one that he has, and it is the only match apparently. Mr. Lux says that he got the ring from Cruella, and that she is dead. Obviously Dee is devastated by this, so not very fun. Naomi's parents get home to find Zumbado in their house, and he wants to talk to them. He warns them about someone's looking for Naomi, and that whoever this is knows that she's in Port Oswego. Back at Star Labs, after analysing the ship fragment, scans for Naomi's home Earth are inconclusive. The woman tells Naomi of the Multiverse's existence, and that Naomi is from another universe. Naomi begs the woman to help her find her Earth, however Zumbado stole a device that would help them find it, so she wants to get it back. Back at school, Nathan and Anthony break into one of the teacher's offices to steal a key to find out who destroyed Anthony's float, and it turns out it was someone named Esme. Back at the bar, Dee and his friend run into some trouble after the guy from earlier that he attacked goes looking for a fight. And of course, Dee wins this. Nathan and Anthony go to confront Esme, but they don't end up telling her that they know about her destroying their stuff, and instead they buy some pies off her. Naomi is confronted by Zumbado, who claims that she isn't ready for the truth. Zumbado tells Naomi to stay away from Star Labs and that it and Dr. Bell are actually dangerous, and that the device that he stole could possibly destroy the planet. Naomi threatens Zumbado and says she would take the device from him. She goes to attack him, but he deflects all the attacks and ends up beating her. Naomi's parents give her a book with photos of all the places they have lived in the past. Naomi also gets a text about more information about Earth-29. Dee goes back to his shop and puts away the rings, possibly signifying that he's moving on with his life. Naomi goes back to Star Labs to talk with Dr. Bell, but she ends up using Naomi as a power source. Naomi tries to fight back, but ends up failing. Eventually, Zumbado shows up to save her, and he says that he should have told her the truth. And that is where this episode ends. So it is a very interesting one, especially towards the end, with a lot of the Star Labs and Cruella stuff. I'm interested to see if there is more on Cruella, because it seems like they've kind of left it at a she's dead and that's it, but I'm wondering if that's actually a lie, that she's maybe still alive. Also, in relation to the Zumbado and Star Labs stuff, I'm wondering if Zumbado will actually tell Naomi some of the stuff about her homeworld. I'd really like him to do that because I'm very intrigued to see the direction they go in this show. But anyway, that is it for this video, so I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content like this, and leave any feedback in the comments below. But until next time, this has been Chris, and I'll be seeing ya.